Number 1. Never paint except with the 3 primary colors and their derivatives. Number 2. Renoir is a great success on the Salon. I think he is launched. All the better. It's a very hard life, being poor. Number 3. Work is a wonderful regulator of mind and body. I forget all sorrow, grief, bitterness, and I even ignore them altogether in the joy of working. Number 4. Work at the same time upon water, sky, branches, ground, keeping everything going on an equal basis and unceasingly rework until you have got it. Paint generously and unhesitatingly, for it is best not to lose the first impression. Number 5. Don't be afraid of putting on color, refine the work little by little. Don't proceed according to rules and principles, but paint what you observe and feel. One must have only one master, nature, she is the one always be consulted. Number 6. What I have suffered you cannot imagine. But what I'm going through now is even worse, much more so than when I was young. Because now I feel as if I have no future. Even so, if I had to do it again, I still think I wouldn't hesitate. Number 7. I began to understand my sensations, to know what I wanted, at around the age of 40, but only vaguely. At 50, that is in 1880, I formulated the idea of unity, without being able to render it. At 60, I am beginning to see the possibility of rendering it. Number 8. I am much disturbed by my unpolished and rough execution. I should like to develop a smoother technique. I will calmly tread the path I have taken, and try to do my best. At bottom, I have only a vague sense of its rightness or wrongness. Number 9. It is only by drawing often, drawing everything, drawing incessantly, that one fine day you discover to your surprise that you have rendered something in its true character. So much the better if it is painful for you to take even the first step. The more toilsome the work, the stronger you will emerge from it. I repeat, guard against facility. Number 10. One can do such lovely things with so little. Subjects that are too beautiful end by appearing theatrical. Take Switzerland, for example. Think of all the beautiful little things Corot did at Geysers, 2 willows, a little water, a bridge, like the picture in the Universal Exhibition. What a masterpiece! Everything is beautiful, all that matters is to be able to interpret. Number 11. I have just concluded my series of paintings. I look at them constantly. I who made them often find them horrible. I understand them only at rare moments. Sometimes I am horribly afraid to turn round canvases which I have piled against the wall. I am constantly afraid of finding monsters where I believed there were precious gems. Number 12. I can quite understand the effort he is making. It is a very good thing not to want to go on repeating oneself. But he has concentrated all his attention online, the figures stand out against each other without any sort of relationship, and so the whole thing is meaningless. Renoir is no draftsman, and without the lovely colors he used to use so instinctively, he is incoherent. Number 13. I have had a long talk with Renoir. He admitted that the whole crowd, Durand and his former admirers, were shouting at him, deploring his attempt to abandon his romantic period. He seems very sensitive to what we think of his exhibition. I told him that as far as we were concerned, the search for unity should be the aim of every intelligent artist. That even in spite of serious faults, it was more intelligent and artistic than wallowing in romanticism. Number 14. The weather today is frightful, rain and wind. You must be having the same at Epping, it's a pity. It had been so fine for the last few days and I had begun to grind away from nature. This is infuriating, for it's the loveliest time of the year, September and October. I can't stand the summer anymore, with its heavy, monotonous green, its dry distances where everything can be seen, the torment of the great heat. Artistic sensations revive in September and October, but then it rains and blows. Number 15. Here I have been able to make some good spring studies in oils, and managed to finish my cowgirl and my seared woman, and my London park, Primrose Hill. I think these pictures have improved a great deal from the point of view of unity. How different from the studies. I am more than ever in favor of taking one's impression from memory. It is less the actual thing, vulgarity disappears, leaving only an aura of truth glimpsed, sensed. To think that this is not understood, so that my anxiety for the future continues as before, despite the success of the exhibition. I have no news from Paris about my collectors. Number 16. Decidedly, we are at cross purposes. What's all this you tell, from England, about the modern movement, commercialism, etc., etc.? It bears no relation to our concept of art, at any rate here. That is where the error lies. Trade serves those up to us as readily as anything else, so it is no use. Wouldn't it be better to steep ourselves in genuine nature again? I do not consider in the least that we are making a mistake, that we should turn to the steam engine and follow the general public. No, 1,000 times no. We are here to point the way. The remedy is to be found in nature, more than ever. Let us follow what we consider to be the proper aim, we shall see who is right. After all, money is a fragile thing, let us earn some of it, since we must, but let us keep to our role. Number 17. This Mr. Dewhurst has not understood the Impressionist movement in the very least. All he sees in it is a technical method. He also says that before going to London we knew nothing whatsoever about light, but we have studies that prove the contrary. He omits the influence of Claude Lorrain, Corot, all the 18th century painters, Chardin most of all. But what he fails to realize is that while Turner and Constable were of service to us, they confirmed our suspicion that those painters had not understood the analysis of shadows, which in the case of Turner are always a deliberate effect, a plain dark patch. As to the division of tones, Turner confirmed us its value as a method, but not as a means of accuracy or truth to nature. In any case, the 18th century was our tradition. It seems to me that Turner too had looked at W. Claude Lorrain. I am even inclined to think there is a picture by Turner, Sunset, hung side by side with a Claude,